Good evening. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Wednesday, February 26, 2025. We're going to take a look at Nvidia. I wanted to wait to do this video till after the earnings came out, kind of gauge on what could happen tomorrow. Now, we do have GDP. We have multiple catalysts tomorrow as well, so that's going to influence what happens next. Now, we're going to start off on the top-down analysis of SPX, then we're going to go to QQQ, SMH, and then Nvidia. So if you want to get all this information, play the video at about 1.25 or 1.5 speed. I'll get you more video information at a quicker time frame. All right. So if you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that OptionsTender logo, and subscribe. And we talked about a lot of the ways the market could go in the Discord, and I'll show you exactly what we talked about in the 65-minute. All right, so let's go. We have, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the top down, so you can check out yesterday's video if you want to get more information on the higher time frames. We have SPX, constant reminder with all the new people coming here. We have 1929, 2000, 2025 top. We have 2008, 2021, 2025 top. Confluence, we rejected off of there 4 months in a row. We're in our 4th month. How similar does that look with the 3 months spent up here on this 2021, January 2022 top there? All right. Weekly. Ooh, no, SPY. I do that every time. Let's go to the weekly board, weekly time frame. There's a closer look at the 2008 top, rejection over and over again, and we are currently testing the trend line here. So you could argue that if you move this around a little bit, that we're already under it, but we're testing. You see, it's a battle right at this 20-week moving average. We're going to take it careful and keep an eagle eye on this, because getting under this is bearish. I think the next move down here, not in a straight line, will be the 560 area, and then we get our bounce for the kiss of death. All right, and then much lower after that. So, and you know, on the lower time frames, we're going to show you exactly the scenario. We added on some short positions, some put protection on some of the bounce calls that we had, because if this were to turn immediately, then this drop is going to happen very, very fast. And again, I'll show you in a lower time frame. So just changing the board real quick, I'll show you what we're bumping up against, rejecting off this 200% extension from this move here. And you notice that each of these levels are very, very important. This one got around there, back tested, and rejected off of this one twice. Really, really hard rejections. And we're getting the test up here and rejecting off it so far. Daily. Daily time frame. We have our bearish rising wedge. We're threatening to break down. Now at this point, we're underneath it, and we back tested and are rejecting. Again, this is it's a super shallow retracement, but it is a perfect back test, and a rejection off the 8 EMA, which is our momentum indicator. We're already trending to the downside with the 20 moving average. But I suspect 2 different things. Either we go straight down from here, and like I said, it's going to be fast and furious, because if you have a wave 1 and just a tiny little wave 2, wave 3, it means the momentum is extremely to the downside, and wave 3 should be relentless in starting tomorrow. Okay. I don't really think that's the case, and I'll show you again on the lower time frames. I think we bounce back up to test again. And we've traded around it before, so you could see a nice big spike above it. We'll see what the other indices do. Let's see here. All right, we are in time and price. We'll see if we got our reversal here, and then another reversal at the end of this cluster. A lot of things happening really quick. Okay, on the 65-minute, here's the traditional look. Again, there's that trend line right there. And we have a time and price situation happening, so I put the purple line there. And what happened today is we went and back tested this 599 area, didn't quite get there, and the trend line as well. It's a zone, so we did back test it, and we had a drop towards the middle or end of the day there. And then what we're projecting is just a larger ABC. Now, if this ABC is done here, like I said, super shallow wave 2, and we should see a crash literally as of into probably Friday and Monday. All right, but the weekly seasonality to say, typically in a downtrend, if this is the beginning of a downtrend, Thursday tends to be a little bit more bullish. So we have the wind behind our back for our calls here. And we should look for a higher retracement. And I'll show you exactly what to look for into tomorrow. Now this situation is, I'll even dig in a little bit closer here. So we have our wave count, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wave impulse. And so we're looking for an A. I think the A is in. The B, which held on to the 62% retracement, didn't quite get to the 786, but definitely the golden pocket. And we're looking for an impulse wave up to minimum the 601. And if we want to spike through the trend line, we have 604 here as well. Depending on how long it takes, maybe this is an ending diagonal and it takes a little bit longer than we think, then it can ride up that trend line a little bit more. And we have the time and price going into Thursday and Friday, both here. So we'll see which one is the date that we get our reversal or top in. That's what we're looking for, at least. And even if you're a bull, you are likely to see with this impulse wave, some are saying that this is an A, or excuse me, the impulse 1, and then the A, B, C, and now we're looking for new highs. So, I mean, that's fine. That's, let price action tell you exactly what's happening. And then if you're a bear bull to say, where you're still looking for a larger wave down, just like the bears are, then you should see a further correction of wave 4. This is all wave 4, and this is an A expanded B, and we have a 5 wave move down for a C. Okay, I know this is ugly because I didn't adjust everything, but we have the 1 in and the 2 in. So whether you're bull or bear, you could expect this to play out just like this. Now, the one thing I just wanted to point out was that if this wave was done and this wave 2 is actually done here, and we look for the market to crash tomorrow, which you would need Nvidia, right? And so that's why we're going to take a look at that. Then our if we bring out our extension tool here and bring it down to the end of wave 1 up to the end of wave 2, it's super shallow. We should suspect a fast move down to 561. I think that's highly unlikely. All right, that's what that information provides us. Massive move. But in the case that we get a deeper retracement, excuse me, I'm fumbling my words, a deeper retracement, possibly all the way up to the 608, 786 retracement, then that wave 3 gets much more shallow. But either way, wave 3 is going to be a big move next. But I just think we have higher to go here. QQQ. Qs, same thing. Okay, we're at the bottom of that range that we talked about on the daily time frame. I have it well mapped out on a daily. We're at that bottom. We're at support, and we're trying to make a higher low here. Again, extremely shallow retracement so far. So it's just so unlikely that that this is done. And SPY made it to the 382 retracement of its entire move. QQQ didn't even make it. It didn't even make it past the 382. You know, basically rejected off the 23.6, essentially. So I mean, I just can't fathom this not making a deeper retracement. How far? That's unknown. But if things want to continue in its range, then the bottom of the range is here. The top of the range is about 528. And that just so happens to be the top of this downtrend line too. And that also, if we trace back up to there with the strength of NVIDIA, then here's 528.83, the wave to 62% retracement. So that'd be a nice impulse wave up there where we see relative strength in tech. All right. I think that's the most likely situation, especially with the way the market is reacting so far. So SMH. SMH, same thing, back tested the flag, the bull flag, or excuse me, the bear flag on the higher time frame. An impulse wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like an ABC for a larger degree A, and then a B at the options expected move. And we can see this start to rise. Oh, okay. This start to rise maybe back to the previous gap that partially has been closed already. 50-60% retracement or so. I think we're at the 382 already. Yeah, we tagged a 382. You have the 50 and the 60 up here as well. So yeah, you know, kind of could do the same thing, or maybe even deeper because of Nvidia, and if it shows a little bit more strength overnight, and depending on what the GDP catalysts and whatnot do. So, all right, so let's go over to Nvidia, and then I'll throw on the futures or the extended hours. So we're in a downtrend so far, and I just want to tell you, this is going to be a pretty good indication here of what's going to happen to the market. At this point, it feels as if we have a possible leading diagonal that's happening right now where we should get a new low, and I think this it's possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all overlapping, right? Well, I'm looking for a 5-wave move to the downside here, or at least a 3-wave finish if this is a leading diagonal. Either way, we're looking for new lows. And if this starts to retrace back up to its 786, we should see about 138 here, so which is the downtrend line again. But if the bulls are correct, this should be an early signal, and with Tesla possibly finding a bottom out, carving a bottom out sometime soon here, if this breaks the downtrend, you better believe we should go get new highs here, and also that trend line that's up above, and maybe we get some sort of 5-wave move to get to it. But if we break this trend line, that's kind of an early indicator there that the market is more bullish than what I am predicting it to be. Okay. Otherwise, we should see a rejection at maximum at the downtrend line here. Now let's. I'm going to pause it and go to the after hours. Okay, so here's the extended hours. After hours, we had all that volatility when the earnings were released, and now we're relatively stronger, just a dollar or so up, but we could see this start to, after the market opens back up into futures and into the middle of the night here, we should, if this strength continues above 131 here, that's a solid resistance support. If it holds on to that and starts to drift, we should see a pretty bullish move tomorrow, at least relatively enough to let everything rise to its the levels that I was talking about a little bit higher. Okay. Also, it could be helped by Tesla if Tesla gains some traction. Very, very bearish drop today, and then somewhat recovery, and then that's pretty much it. So if we the bull bear line is going to be that 138 area, the downtrend line. We get above that, then it's probably going to help drag the market up, and we'll really have to take a look at what the market should do. It probably won't stop at those retracements that I was talking about if things are setting up to be much more bullish and we start getting downtrend breakouts. Okay. Now,